obviously the need for more RFID solutions is going to go up.
The best way is to educate the students and to trigger their thought process. Even today, we are a totally debt-free company, no liabilities. I always kept the company lean. Typically, RFID has got a life of 50 years of data retention.
Great. So Ashim, fantastic to see you out here.
Hi, Amay.
In your experience
Pleasure.
center. So why don't you take us through the experience now?
Yeah, absolutely. So, welcome to JioGenNext. JioGenNext is the name of our experience center. Born of five, the earth, water, fire, air and ether, the five elements, we have got the Vedic physics and Vedic maths, and the five elements we have related to RFID in our experience center. As you know, Amay, it all begins with this wafer, the small, dots which you see over here, the sparkling dots. So this is the dust of the semiconductor. This is the RFID semiconductor actually.
Okay.
This semiconductor is picked up from this wafer, and when it is put on these kind of antennas, the parallel lines which you see over here, these are the antennas. When the semiconductor is mounted on the antenna or soldered on the antenna, we get something called as a RFID inlay, a passive RFID inlay.
Okay.
Now this inlay, when it is packaged with an adhesive on one side in a form of a label, we call it as a RFID label. If it is sandwiched between two layers of paper or plastic, we call it as a card or a ticket or a tag, hang tag.
Okay.
And if it is embedded in a plastic, for a reusability or a longer life, typically RFID has got a life of 50 years of data retention and 100,000 write endurance cycles.
Okay.
So that's the reason sometimes packaging it in the secure way is very important. So if you package it in a form of a plastic tag, we call it as a hard tag.
Okay. Okay.
And depending on your application requirement, the tag packaging is there.
Okay.
So like the very popular solution which we do in India is the FASTag tolling, So the FASTag which you see on the windshield of every vehicle today. So i-TEK does 60% of India's toll tag collection,
Wow.
So this is the chip which we saw in the wafer.
Right.
It is mounted on the inlay and we get something like the FASTag, and which is put on your windshield.
Okay.
So it is a sticker and a label. If we package it in a form of a, lock and key, we get it as a container seal. So this part has got the same semiconductor. This is the antenna. And if you put it on a container like this, it is used as a one-time use seal for container locking. So today in the country, every export container is having a RFID seal.
Oh, wow.
So the RFID application in India is not only from the FASTag perspective in the government, but also for the Ministry of Finance, the Central Board for Customs and Indirect Taxes.
Wow.
So more than 7,000 exporters across 105 ports and ICDs are using RFID e-seals instead of mechanical seals since 2017.
Okay.
We also have our monument of India, which we are very proud of, the Sardar Patil statue of unity.
Yes.
So this kind of a yellow tag, which has again got the same passive semiconductor,
Right.
is such 9,000 tags are put inside the entire statue.
Is that right? Wow. That's amazing. Because it's such a large statue.
Yeah. So and it's again the panels.
Yeah.
When they were manufactured, we tagged them at the source. Then the laydown area, the erection of the statue, which panel has to go. And today, these tags are used for operation and maintenance.
Wow.
And there is a 50-year life given for these tags, and so every panel tracking is happening using RFID. So right from the smallest form factor, which you see here,
Is this the smallest that it can get to?
Yes, in form of a hard tag, this is the smallest.
In form of hard tag,
Yeah.
okay.
So one of the smallest form factors.
Okay.
And even our Indian railways, you can see for wagon tracking, again the same semiconductor, but the reason why it looks so big is because of the packaging.
Okay.
It is vandal proof, special glues and adhesives, special riveting, then it is painted on the wagon.
Okay.
And it is a pretty robust packaging of the same semiconductor, which is on the FASTag or the e-seal or the Sardar Patil Statue of Unity or any apparel which we find in today in the shopping malls. You know, it has got the same semiconductor, but the packaging is different. So this side we call it as the wall of tags.
Right. So all kind of applications.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's amazing.
Let us come on the other side.
Sure.
So here we see how these tags are applied for various applications. You know, so the smallest tag which I showed you, which is used for surgical equipment tagging.
Right.
So if you see this pair of scissors, this is having a tag, and the same RFID tag is used in healthcare for tracking and tagging this equipment. The labels are not only used for apparel and other items, but also for wine bottle tagging.
Okay.
You know, so this is a tag with a tail which goes through the cap. So this not only informs whether it is spurious liquor or genuine liquor, but it also has got a tamper evidence feature.
Okay.
So if somebody opens the cap of the bottle, it will say that I have been tampered with.
Oh, okay. Right.
So that is the beauty of this tag. So, and these are NFC tags.
Right.
So you see different kinds of applications, right from tree tagging to we have embedded tags in concrete blocks, on metal, laptop and IT equipment tagging. Today, if you see a lot of IT companies, the largest in the country, the asset management solution for IT assets. So this is a IT asset tag, a laptop tag, which is RFID, and this is also a tamper-proof tag.
Okay.
So IT asset management is very, very important, and these are the different kinds of applications.
Are there tags that one can't see with your eye? I mean,
absolutely,
are they
tags.
That small?
Tags. I mean, tags are embedded inside.
Embedded inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are so many applications where you embed the tag inside, and like if you see in luxury fashion for brand protection, lot of these luxury bags or belts or shoes, they have got RFID tags embedded inside
them. Okay. Wow.
Okay, and when you bring the interrogator near them, you know, you will know whether it's a counterfeit or original product. So depending on what your application is, you know, you can package it in different form factor, and you have to find a sweet spot to attach it, and also attachment methodology.
Oh, okay.
So once the tagging is done, then the different use cases, you know, like one such equipment here which we manufacture and we are very proud of in Pune, we manufacture this is a RFID tunnel.
Right.
So if you see this picture, this is actually a real photograph of Reliance Retail, Sultanpur facility.
Okay.
You know, in this fully automated warehouse, you know, when a box of apparel or shoes is coming in, earlier for an inbound or outbound movement, you have to open the carton and scan each barcode which is inside the box to know what is coming in and what is leaving the warehouse. With RFID tunnels, you know, the box just passes through the tunnel, and the contents inside are scanned automatically.
Okay.
And it is seamlessly integrated with the warehouse management system.
Okay.
So your GRN, your ASN, your outbound invoicing, and all these processes are fully automated. I can show you a demo here.
Sure.
So if you see a box coming in, on the screen you will see that 15 quantity is expected, 15 is received.
Okay.
So depending on your business rule, the box will pass.
Okay.
And then the second box comes in queue. So this is one extra.
Right.
15 is expected, 16 are received. What needs to be done? So we apply the business rule whether it is to be accepted or rejected.
Right.
Then if there is short quantity like in this case, you know, the system will wait, it will increase the power of the RFID scanning, it will still find that there is shortage and then reject the box or accept the box. So these kind of systems is what i-TEK builds.
So this is made entirely here in Pune?
Absolutely,
wow.
yeah.
That's
this is 100% made. Earlier, we used to import the readers, the RFID readers from Europe or from US. But now the readers also are made in India. We just import, like the semiconductor on the tag side, we just import the chip on the interrogator or the reader side.
Okay.
And then the whole reader system or the scanning system is built here in Pune.
Okay. Wow.
So
That's
this
amazing.
is one of the systems which we do. Another system is such kind of cabinets.
Okay.
You know, these cabinets also you will find in all the Reliance Trend stores.
Okay.
Or the Reliance Azorte, Gap, and basically the retail stores.
Right.
So for the inbound and outbound movements of the store, in a store you don't have space for such large tunnels.
The tunnels.
Okay.
Right.
And the movement of boxes is also relatively lesser compared to the warehouse.
Right.
But still, the inbound and outbound has to happen.
Correct.
So if you open this, a box is just put inside. Okay. And earlier, again, the opening of the box, scanning of the barcode. If you have to do a GRN, there are 80 pieces expected. You just scan. Within fraction of seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, all the 80 pieces are scanned and the data is uploaded.
Fantastic.
So this is the beauty of the system.
Fantastic. So this goes in the retail store and this goes into the warehouse basically.
Yeah, for retail. But in manufacturing, in so logistics and so many, wherever inbound, outbound movements are happening.
Got it.
For cycle count, like in this picture, you will see the warehouse. You know, the cycle count is happening in this warehouse. So this particular customer of ours, the warehouse is around 6 million square feet.
Right.
And there are more than 1 crore pieces lying there. So they used to take 200 days to do the cycle count.
Okay.
With the use of RFID and the smart shells which we have, from 200 days, the cycle count has come to 8 days, with bin level accuracy.
Fantastic.
We have here exhibited various other solutions for convenience stores and groceries and all. But what is again interesting over here is other RFID applications like tool tracking, RFID for hose pipes, RFID for parcels, RFID for tires. Right. This is a very big industry.
Okay. What about this? We have the...
So we have a defense vertical.
Right.
You know, i-TEK has recently established a defense vertical to focus on applications of RFID traceability in the Indian Armed Forces.
Right.
So this is just 1 year new, and we are very much focused and we are quite ambitious about this, and we feel that not only in the arms and ammunition, but a lot of other defense logistics applications, you know.
Okay.
A secure application can be developed and deployed in the Indian Armed Forces.
Right.
And especially in warlike situations. And talking about the defense, we have started with confidential files and documents. You know, so this is a Almera which we have done of RFID. So you can see all the confidential documents in here. You lock it and you will come to know whether the files are inside or not. So 24/7. So there are 24 files inside.
So you can count the number of files.
Exactly.
Wow.
I mean, it's a real-time scanning system.
Right.
And you now know who opened the Almera, which file was pulled in or put back.
Wow, that's amazing. But this is not only for army, but defense. But it can go into any kind of secure.
A lot of secure, not only documents, even in high-value items. You know. This kind of solution is now being popularly used.
Fantastic.
We are nowadays talking about frictionless experiences in shopping. And here we are demonstrating one such experience. You know, here is a pick-to-play kind of a experience. So when you go to a retail store and if you want to compare products or you need information about the product, you always are looking for store associates. And then the retail industry has an issue of training these associates, knowledge transfer. But here we have automated the system. You just lift the product from the platform and it will play the content.
Right.
And then you can interact with the product.
Oh, nice.
If you want to compare two products, you just lift the second one.
Right.
And it will compare both of the products.
Right.
You know, so very, very effective use case. And the i-TEK platform is designed in such a way that I demonstrated pick to play. It will work exactly in the reverse manner as put to play.
Okay.
So now if I want to know information about a particular product, I just put it on the RFID platform.
Okay.
You know, and if I want to compare the second product,
Right.
I will just put the second product and it will compare both.
Wow. That's amazing.
So these are kind of the systems, and you will not see the RFID anyway. It's just a platform.
Right.
You know, so the RFID is embedded inside the furniture.
Okay.
You know, so that's the beauty of the solutions which we deploy.
Interesting. So this goes into retail stores, like self help kind of.
Yes, in digital electronics, in jewelry.
Right.
And these are the formats, not only in retail, there are many active shelf solutions which we are focusing on, and this is very popular now. This we are also now delivering in form of trays, fully battery powered trays. So they are portable, you can carry these trays, and they are wirelessly communicating with the interactive systems. And these trays can be carried anywhere, and you put a product on the tray and it will know about that particular product. It will play the content and the same experience. Instead of a fixed furniture, it is a portable tray.
Right.
So also in checkout systems, we have two form factors. One is a tray for retail checkout, another is a well. So a well is a larger space where you can put the entire shopping bag. And a tray is something which is like a flat platform. So if you are buying apparels, you just put it on the tray. So these are 3 items, and they all are scanned, and the inventory for all is taken. So these are very straightforward and simple use cases on RFID, which we have over here. Inventory is something which is very close to every business, and the physical stock take. So one of the most powerful use cases of RFID is the stock take. So most of our customers, are having such kind of handheld devices, and they used to do the physical stock take once in 6 months or once in a year. Now, even in Reliance Retail, every morning the physical stock take happens, and thanks to RFID. So all you have to do is have this handheld device, just trigger it on, and you see how the inventory is taken. For the apparel, for the shoes, even for jewelry items like this, So in few seconds, if you see, I have scanned more than 150 products which are lying over here.
Wonderful.
So typical scanning time is around 500 to 1000 products per minute. And with a barcode or any other manual system, it becomes very difficult. So a store is scanned in less than 1 hour.
And who does this in the store?
The store associates. So the store associates are equipped with these kind of terminals. And every morning before the store opening, they have to do the stock take. And then the discrepancy report is there. And because as an end result of this, the omni-channel fulfillment and so many other use cases get activated.
Correct.
Another use case which is very popular is so many times you go to a store. Now you are wearing this beautiful blue t-shirt and you want a medium size of it. So it is seen in the system, but you are not able to physically retrieve it. So in RFID, we have something called as a Geiger search. So if you want a particular product, like in this case, I want to search for this green t-shirt. If I trigger it on and I look for it, it is not in this zone. But the moment I go in this area, it starts beeping and it is also showing me a direction. So it is not here, but as soon as I go near the product,
it is showing that it is there.
So finding the right size, so it is somewhere in the fitting room, it is somewhere in the back of store, in some carton, it is inside there, and the customer is waiting over there. Within seconds, you can do the retrieval and do the fulfillment of the product. So these are such kind of unique use cases in RFID.
Fantastic.
Which we are finding out.
Fantastic.
Another use case which we have is in the fitting room for retail. So typically when you enter a fitting room, suppose these are the items you take. This is a smart fitting room solution where it's a mirror. The moment you enter, on the mirror we are showing the products for upselling, cross-selling. So along with this trouser, if you want to pair this top, and you want a small size of it, you can just request and it will be sent to your fitting room. You can hide this mirror and it again becomes a mirror. You can show it and again the contents will play.
Interesting.
So what is happening is in online store typically, we get to know what the customer is interested in. And we also know what went into the cart and what actually got bought. But in a brick and mortar store, it is very difficult to identify and track what the... So here in the fitting room, we are getting a pug mark of what is being tried versus what is being sold.
Right.
And that is a fantastic data point. For the analytics. So, and the more the stores are using AI solutions, the more there is a need of using such kind of data capture technologies, because the traditional AI systems which companies have deployed, they're using the data which is 6 months old or a year old, you know. But with the use of RFID, the freshness and the accuracy of data has increased. So the investment in AI is becoming more prudent.
Right.
Not only in apparel and footwear and jewelry, but also in beauty, eyewear, you know, perfumes, you know, so many other
things that you can go into.
Retail formats, you know, RFID is being deployed. So you see this nail color. So this is a RFID tag which is put onto the nail color. Suppose there is a lipstick. So this is a round tag, a very small tag, which is put on the top of the lipstick. So these are on deodorants, on perfumes, and so many other.
Practically anything that you can think of. Now RFID tags are there.
Exactly. This, again, similar to what we are trying to demonstrate over here when on our Silver Jubilee function, we had Honorable Minister of Road Transport visiting us. So we did this demo for him. How many deaths are happening in the country where the helmets which are used are having a ISI mark on it, but they are not actually ISI certified. Anybody is printing ISI on the helmet, but whether it is genuinely ISI or not. So like the bottle tag, we have embedded a RFID inside the helmet.
Okay.
And anybody can bring a mobile phone, NFC mobile phone near the helmet, and they will know whether it's a genuine product or a fake.
That is amazing.
Are you carrying your iPhone with you?
I don't have it on me right now. But
so if you just tap it nearby, you know, you can just, or any Android phone or any NFC phone, you will get that experience. So this is what we have tried to demonstrate, that how brand protection and certification of the genuineness of the product can be taken care using RFID.
Very nice.
Here you see the wall of affiliations. We are part of the RAIN Alliance. You know, we have academia tie-up with College of Engineering Pune, MIT Pune, IIM Nagpur. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to bring in the students of these professional universities, visit Panchajanya and expose them to the technology. So in the entrepreneurship, I believe that there are two areas you can get into. One is the research side of the technology, and other is something where companies like ours who didn't have the initial capital to start the organization. So instead of going into the research side, which is heavily capital intensive, we went into the application side of it. So there is a technology and how you can find various applications and how you can build businesses. So we thought that as a initiative to give back to the society, the best way is to educate the students and to trigger their thought process. And it's a win-win situation. If the students can solve the industry problems. You know, I don't know, maybe even if one entrepreneur we can create from these experiences.
Absolutely. And they can use your platform actually to
I mean, they can build their own, they can use ours, we'll be very happy to offer ours. But that doesn't stop them from creating something new. You know, the whole idea. So this is another one poster, you know, in March 2009, Amay, what we see as FASTag today. We filed a patent of tax collection of vehicles using RFID.
Oh, fantastic.
So this is the origin. This is the origin. You know, this is how electronic tax collection system. The FASTag name came quite later. You know, earlier we used to call it ETC tag, electronic toll collection tag.
That's right.
So it's a long journey. Started in 2006-07 and 2009 we applied for the patent. So it's a long...
I think millions of passengers on the highway have you to thank actually because of your technology.
And
today everybody has benefited.
Yes, absolutely. And that is what we feel, you know, that technology without the impact on society, you know, doesn't interest companies like us. So whether it is the FASTag, whether it is the custom seals, you know, in the e-seal business also, if you see, earlier all the exporters who are the corporate citizens of our great country, you know, they had to, if they have to export their stuff, they have to summon for an excise officer. And then they used to do the mechanical lock seal. So this was a system which was lacking trust. And where we were doing ease of doing business, the Digital India and so many other initiatives, this was identified as a bottleneck by us. So we wrote to the Ministry of Finance and it was notified later on. And today, every export container is electronically sealed with RFID. So
Fantastic.
such kind of applications, which bring an impact on the society.
That's right.
Is what interests us.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And also in retail, if you see, we are talking of not only applications which bring in the operational efficiency or the cost optimization, or having the enriched customer experience. We are also talking of applications which take care of the work-life balance of the associates of that retailer. So what I showed you earlier as a cabinet, which was used in stores for inbound and outbound instead of opening the boxes and scanning the barcodes. For one large retailer in our country, from 1st April 2024, we have stopped all the night shifts which they used to run across their stores. Thousands of stores.
Wow.
And you can imagine what impact it has brought
on them and their family life as well, right?
Absolutely.
That's
Nobody
amazing.
likes to work in a night shift.
In the night, absolutely.
And doing this mundane tasks, just scanning, it's not a task which anybody would want to do given a choice,
Absolutely. Yeah.
But you have to track, and so with this efficient tracking solution like RFID, the night shifts, what they used to scan for around 6 or 7 hours with 10 people is now done in 30 minutes with 2 people.
Oh, fantastic. That is just fantastic.
What you see here is a RFID portal. Every object which we want to track or trace can be tagged at item level.
Right.
There are many items which can be tagged at the case level or at the carton level or a handling unit level or a pallet level. So what we are showing here is that the inbound outbound movement with a forklift or with a pallet tray like this, you can just pass it through, like there are 20 plus boxes in here, you can just pass it through the tunnel, the portal, and it will scan it all. So it is just passing, and you see over here, it will get scanned. So there are like 20 plus boxes.
20 plus boxes on this.
Yeah, on this.
That
and
get counted.
What is going in and coming out,
Nice.
is getting scanned. To be precise, there are 28 boxes on this.
Right.
This is what.
And how many do these need to be installed?
It depends on the width of the gate.
Okay.
How wide the gate is, what is the kind of movement, how many products are there on a pallet.
Right.
So we custom design these portals, for inbound, outbound movements depending on the customer requirement.
Right.
So nowadays you must have, if you have traveled recently on the Atal Setu, or on the Mumbai-Pune Expressway, you will find that there are no queues on the toll plaza, especially on the Atal Setu.
That's right.
So what we have done is what you see in that photograph, or what you see here, we call it as a special sensor. We call it as a TL booster, that is a traffic lane booster.
Right.
We are now identifying the vehicle and managing the queue 3 seconds prior to the payment access.
Okay.
So by the time you are reaching the payment access, the settlement has already happened.
Okay.
So that has changed a lot.
Right. In terms of traffic
in
management.
terms of the throughput and the traffic management. That's the reason. So all thanks to this special sensor which we are now installing.
Wow.
So as of now, we have installed this in more than 400 lanes as pilot in across the country.
Right.
So
amazing.
This is all about what we have in Panchajanne, a very short tour of our solutions.
Fantastic. No, really, I think from this one can see that you're going to practically track any object that is passing through any part of the country.
Yeah, I mean,
Eventually, I guess
logistics, so whatever digital transformation is happening today, at the end of the day, you are fulfilling a physical product.
Right.
And for this physical product, please have a seat. For this physical product to be ultimately delivered to the consumer or to the customer, if it does not have an electronic or a digital ID, from computerization to automation, the journey becomes very difficult.
That's right.
And you have different types of machine readable IDs or electronic IDs.
Right.
But I feel with the advantages of no line of sight required, or the speed of scanning, or bulk scanning,
Right.
the security,
Yeah.
of the data,
Right.
and the nature, the passive nature of RFID.
Right.
Passive, no batteries required, on
Right.
the tag side, the life of the tag,
Yeah.
the packaging, and also the cost now. So I feel RFID is going to play a very, very important role in this digital twin journey
Yeah.
of objects.
Amazing. So Ashim, let's start with your personal background. Tell us a little bit about your story, where you were born, and what your life was like way back.
My native place is Kolhapur. It's a town around 250 kilometers from Pune. And I belong to a family of agriculturists. So my father also was an agriculturist. And I came to Pune city in my 7th grade and did engineering, mechanical engineering from University of Pune. And then in 1998, I finished my engineering. If I had to start something of my own in mechanical engineering field, it was highly capital intensive thing. If I have to even buy a lathe machine, it was 5 lakh, 6 lakh rupees or something.
Right.
But IT was easy, electronics was easy, So I decided to get into the IT field and electronics field, And
Which year was this?
this was 98, 99.
Okay.
And in 2000 I got exposed to RFID through some common connects, and that is how the whole RFID journey began.
Okay. What fascinated you about RFIDs?
There are so many things in your life on technology front, on so many different personal front, which you are exposed to.
Right.
But there are few things which you pick very quickly, and you get a pulse of it.
Right.
So RFID happened in that manner for me, So I was exposed to the technology through a German gentleman. I met him at some forum, and that time today's UHF technology didn't even exist. Whatever was being scanned was under 1 meter. So what we are doing, like FASTag 10 meters or 5 meters at high speeds and all, it was not there.
Right.
The frequency it was itself was not de-licensed. We're working on high frequency and low frequency. So it was either 5 centimeters or less than 1 meter. And very, very slow, bulky tags, and but I got exposed to that, and somehow I got a pulse of it. So whatever he was explaining, I was grasping very fast. So I think that was the trigger point, and it fascinated me.
Right.
Then. And even today, that fascination has not died. It has not even reduced. So the technology still fascinates me. Yes.
So just going back to, let's say, 2000, when you started. So from the time that you graduated to the time that you started building this company, did you work anywhere in between?
First and only.
That's pretty amazing, because a lot of times they say that, to work in a B2B or build a B2B company, you need to have some prior experience before you start. Do you believe in that, or do you think that's a myth?
Yes, I think it is important, but in my case, it didn't happen.
Okay.
So I started my enterprise, and through my life, through my career, I have worked in the same enterprise.
Right.
And sometimes I feel that if I would have had the exposure elsewhere, I would have been a better entrepreneur. I would have been better in delivery, in execution, in planning, in so many other aspects of business, including finance and all. But then this is the situation. I have not worked anywhere, but I am fulfilling that by attracting the right kind of talent from the industry,
Right.
and learning from them.
Right.
So if I was not able to go there, of course I have doors open for all my colleagues who have come from large enterprises, technical background, and very, very senior leaders,
Right.
who have believed in my vision, who believe in the technology, and I'm learning from them.
Right.
So, but yes, it helps. The exposure helps, and one should have one.
Okay.
Such kind of exposure.
So let's start with your early years. Let's say maybe the first decade of i-TEK. What was that like?
It was very difficult.
Okay.
The first decade was, that 0 to 1.
Yes.
Is very difficult, and I believe that support from the family, the background from which I came, you are at that young age. You have nothing to lose. And then you have that vigor, you have that confidence. When I look back, sometimes it was stupidity, but that time you don't realize it, and in the difficult times, all these things help. There were no responsibilities, no liabilities. I always kept the company lean. Even today,
Right.
we are a totally debt-free company. I don't believe in having a pressure of debt, so financially, the discipline I have maintained from the early years till now.
Right.
And we kept it light, we kept it simple. But times were difficult because there was no business. And that time, the value was not being understood by many. Neither were we able to convey or demonstrate the value proposition. So it was difficult, but we sailed through. And the key reason of sailing through that difficult time was the focus. We never diluted. There are so many things which were coming and going, but we never diluted our focus. So we always focused on, instead of people tracking, we always focused on object traceability. And I think that is something which helped us sail through. It helped us mature.
Right. And any partnerships along the way?
Of course, industry partnerships in the entire value chain.
Right.
We are a systems company, a system integration company.
Right.
So any system which we design, develop, or deliver is always part of a larger subsystem. It's a subsystem of a larger system.
Right.
So
Right.
it's a whole ecosystem.
Right.
And what the solution also which we deliver, if you look at the offering of RFID and the entire value chain, the ecosystem is full of partnerships and coalitions
Right.
and collaborations.
Right.
But these are all strategic partners for scaling up our solutions in different geographies where i-TEK is not able to reach, and these large enterprises have their presence. So yes, a lot of strategic partnership and a lot of OEM partnerships, a lot of industry collaborations.
So let's look at your first customer, first large customer, right? How did that happen? Like your first paying large customer, when did that happen?
It is industry-wise or application-wise.
Okay.
In tolling, if we talk of first large customer, it was ICICI Bank.
Okay.
In ports or the gate automation which we do, it was JNPT, Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust, the Dubai Port, DP World Terminal.
Right.
They were our large customers. But the largest across verticals and the largest of them all was Reliance Industries.
Right.
So we have a very long relationship, or rather I will say a partnership. The Dhirubhai Ambani School for the child custody tracking. We have done gate automation solution which is still deployed and being used in Jamnagar refinery for the industries, for the gate in, gate out movement of the trucks, for solid, liquid and gases movement, all the three types of movements. We have done, in Jamnagar again, we have done spool tracking solution. We have done a ready-mix concrete traceability solution when the J3 facility was being established. We have done some warehouse automation solution also over there. The electronic seal, Reliance, which contributes to almost 7-8% of India's exports. Every container which Reliance Industry exports across the ports in the country, I think through 10 or 11 polymer plants, every container is sealed with i-TEK RFID, and our platform is used for the custom clearance, seamlessly integrated with Reliance SAP. The weddings in the Reliance family,
Right.
the invitation cards, the crowd management or the guest management solutions using RFID is what we did.
Right.
And these are solutions which we did as a gesture of our valuable relationship. As I mentioned earlier, we don't do people tracking or human identification, but
Right.
for Reliance we did this,
Right.
going out of the way just to pay our respects for the value we consider, and the relationship we have
Yeah.
with Reliance. But the biggest of them all within Reliance also was Reliance Retail.
Right.
So Reliance Retail is our biggest customer.
Right.
And the journey started in 2017, I think, with the first store of Reliance Trends in Bangalore, Kormangala.
Right.
And that was the pilot store, and then it was replicated across thousands of stores, for millions and millions of articles.
Right.
So yeah.
Let's talk about some of the mistakes that you made along the way in building your business, right? What are some of the mistakes that you think you could have avoided?
Yeah, there are mistakes, there are blunders, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever you call them. And there are a lot. And believe me, we are still doing. The good part is we are not repeating them. And we are owning them up.
Right.
And our customers are not suffering because of this.
Right.
There may be hurdles. The customers might have some discomforts because of these mistakes, but they are temporary.
Right. Now, just in terms of the business model, right? You don't sell the RFID tags, but you provide the platform that manages the tags. Is that right? Is my understanding right?
Yeah, in a way, yes.
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
So, just from a founder's perspective who are building, let's say, a hardware startup or something that involves hardware, right? How should they design their business model when looking at, going to customers? Should it be a license or should it be a subscription or a combination of both?
I think it should be a combination. So tags I don't consider as hardware, I consider them as consumables.
Okay.
Hardware is the scanners, the interrogators, the tunnels, the cabinets, and the rest of the systems which we deliver. So, and the nature of our hardware is such that anybody can derive the value of this hardware only through a software, effective software.
Right.
Okay, so hardware and software are coupled together,
Right.
They are one.
Right.
And whether it should be a licensing model like a perpetual license or a subscription model, if given a choice, I would love to have all my customers subscribe for my solution. Not only software as a service, but also hardware as a service.
Okay.
I would love to get into that model.
Okay.
But wherever the large rollouts are happening, the cost of capital for our customers is much lower than the cost of capital for an enterprise like us.
Sure.
And these large enterprises, they don't like, at least in India where we are doing the business, they like to buy the solution rather than subscribe for it. Now the trend is changing in the last few years, a couple of years.
Okay.
They are more inclined towards subscription. Although entrepreneurs, I would strongly recommend that if they can build a subscription model,
right,
that will give them the longevity and they will be able to forecast their business.
Right.
Otherwise, for project companies like us,
it
becomes very difficult. Every year, the year-on-year growth,
right,
can be predictable with subscription model. And
correct.
Everybody, including the promoters like us, love it.
Right. FASTag is a great success story. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So FASTag, when we were deploying RFID, everybody was of the opinion that in object traceability, that the technology is expensive. So we decided to identify vehicles. So we built a solution for automatic vehicle identification. And the first customer we got was General Electrical, Jack Welch Technology Center in Bangalore.
Okay.
So they have few thousand, I think 5,000-6,000 vehicles, in their facility. And they required a gate-in, gate-out and parking management solution. So they wanted to identify the vehicles, allow the access, and also manage the parkings. It was a multi-level parking, or I think a multi-level later on. Initially, it was a flat ground. So we did RFID, automatic vehicle identification, and access control. And that is the time when we deployed this solution. We thought that there can be other use cases which can be built around vehicle identification, and one such use case was the collection of taxes or the toll collection.
Right.
So in 2009 March, I filed a patent for tax collection of vehicles using RFID.
Right.
And we used to call it ETC, electronic toll collection.
Okay.
And in 2011-12, we did some projects on some specific sectors of national highways, some state highways also. And few of the banks came forward, know, like ICICI Bank I mentioned earlier, or Axis Bank. And we did the projects with these banks. And then in 2014, this went to a different level. There was a positive acceptance from the government side for going on from cash payment to digital payments. And that was the trigger point. And we rode on that wave. We worked very closely with the national highways. We worked very closely with the ministry. We worked very closely with Automotive Research Association of India, with National Payment Corporation. And we built this interoperable toll collection system, which is FASTag, which was mandated later on. And today we contribute to around 60% of the tags across more than 3,500 lanes pan India. And the entire FASTag collection today is in the tune of rupees 200 crores every day, which was collected, and the cash, and
that is attributable to your solution, or overall?
Our solution, you can say around 60% of that is collected, maybe because of the effort from i-TEK side, or the business which we do. And it was a statement given from the ministry recently that around 8,000 crore rupees annually is the benefit which the national highways is getting because of electronic collection of toll tax using RFID. So it is very
How
popular.
long has this journey been from the first Jack Welch Technology Center to FASTag deployment?
Almost 20 years.
20 years.
Today where we are.
That's incredible.
You can say post-COVID, the FASTAG became really during the COVID.
In all your stories, whether it is with the NHI and FASTag or Reliance or any other story, there's a lot of waiting and patience and building over a long period of time. So what do you tell yourself as an entrepreneur? How do you keep the belief? How do you stay the course? Because I find it very difficult nowadays. I can't see that in a lot of entrepreneurs. They want quick results. So how do you exercise that?
See, it's like I'm a farmer's son. It's like if you are in your farm, if you want to water, you dig a well, right?
Yeah.
Digging a well is also a game of patience. There is maybe water at 50 feet and you give up at 49.
Okay. That's one way to look at it. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I strongly believe
Yeah.
that if you keep on digging,
Yeah.
there is water everywhere.
Okay.
There is no, if you start digging here,
Right.
you will find water. How deep you have to go,
Right.
it is again circumstances also.
Right.
And another thing is, what options one has.
Right.
So, in my entrepreneurial journey or in the approach towards life, what I have, when I am working onto something, I close down all the other options because that dilutes your focus, is what I feel. That dilutes your belief,
Right.
and that will make you switch from one point to another.
Is there any signal that you get from a customer side, which tells you that this is the customer that I should be backing, versus any other customer that comes along the way?
Yes, 100%. Very important. Again, it is not only entrepreneurs should not forget. It is not only the customer evaluating you.
Yeah.
You also have to
That's
evaluate,
right, yeah.
because if you don't choose the right customer, and if you just keep on saying yes, because in technology, it is like a partnership between the customer and you. If the customer thinks that they can invest in technology or they can buy technology just by money,
Right.
never go with that customer. They will give you the purchase order, they will give you the contract, and they will expect magic from you. The customer has to be willing to partner with you and work equally or more harder than you,
Okay.
in achieving the results which are desired from the technology.
Right.
And if you don't see it into the team of the customer, if you don't see that they are aligned, and another thing is the real use case. There are, in technology space, there are many customers who like to invest into the technology for the wow factor. So I've always stayed away from such customers. If they get fascinated by the wow factor of the technology rather than the real use case,
Right.
and they think that no, this is too simple and it's just a vanilla version of what it is and not nice enough,
Yeah.
for to make a story out of it.
Right.
Then we have always stayed away from such customers. They need to find the value from their operation side, from the cost optimization side,
Right.
and then you start selecting these customers and working with them.
Is that something that they bring into the conversation very early, or it is apparent only later?
No, you realize that.
You realize that,
it is like any solution business. The journey is very similar. It starts with site conceptions, site assessments, a lot of consulting, workshops.
Yeah.
POCs, pilots.
Right.
Review mechanisms, and in these interactions, you realize what are the drives for the customer investing in this technology or investing in your solution.
Right.
And if the drives are not aligned with what the technology is delivering or what the technology is designed for.
So let's look at where i-TEK is today. Is there something that you can share in terms of numbers?
I'll share a little bit about our industry. RFID today, if you look at last year, globally around 54 billion objects were tagged using RFID.
Wow.
These objects, the value of these objects, the compounded value of the tag objects was around 17 trillion. This includes different types of objects, and which contributed to 10% of the EBITDA increase, for the value of these objects. And the RFID global market is around $4 billion, growing at a CAGR of around 25% year on year. So
Right.
by 2030, we expect the market to be upward $10 billion. i-TEK is a leader in India. We are the market leaders in India. We are a team of around 150 people. When it comes to, I already mentioned that we are debt free.
Yeah.
We have good reserves and surplus. We invest in our own development. And when it comes to revenue, we are in few hundred crores of revenue across verticals, and we are trying to balance it in different solution verticals, in different use cases, and across customers also.
Right.
And we are now focusing on building a platform, a SaaS platform for implementation of RFID, where we are trying to not only simplify the use cases, but we are also trying to simplify the adoption of RFID across business verticals. So we are finding out some commonalities between all the verticals and trying to bring it on the platform. We are calling it as Garuda Vigil.
Okay. Is IPO on the roadmap, and that is something that you want to get ready for? Or?
Yes. If we look at the long term, yes, we would think about it.
Okay.
But as of now, our focus is only scaling up the business. If we feel the need, for an IPO, we will go for it, but not anywhere in near future. At least for the next few years, our focus is only scaling up the business, adding new customers, and building solutions which are simple and robust.
Any new technology shifts that could disrupt the business? Or even help it?
Yeah, I mean, disruption is not always negative. Without disruption, nothing moves. Every growth story, there has been some or the other disruption which has led to that innovation or to that growth. But yes, I think RFID will definitely grow more in alignment with vision technology.
Okay.
And so wherever the RFID is not feasible, the attachment of a tag for a product, vision will take over. So we will coexist with barcode, we will coexist with the camera systems or the vision technology. And what is again driving RFID is the use of AI.
Okay.
When many decades ago, when this banking solution, the core banking solution, was being developed as a product and sold to many banks, maybe the banks used to think that our business has been running for so many decades without a software. Why do we need a software?
Right.
And somewhere down the street, they saw an ATM. And they saw how the customer is transacting with an ATM. And then the banks realized, I want that ATM.
Right.
But in order to get an ATM, I have to do core banking software.
Core banking software.
So now everybody is looking at AI.
Right.
And the analytics which AI is bringing in and the value it is adding into your business.
Yeah.
And with AI, when they implement, they realize the importance of a data capture tool.
Data capturing tool.
And that is where we are sitting.
So obviously the need for more RFID solutions is going to go up because of the need for data capture. Because you have AI applications coming up on one side. Interesting. So that's what the next 25 years for you will look like.
Yes, fingers are crossed, and yes,
interesting.
Absolutely. But yes, I mean, in an organization's journey, there will be many more things.
Yeah.
But our core is always going to be object traceability.
Right.
Because I mentioned earlier, whatever businesses are happening today, it is always about people, objects, capital, and data.
Right.
Moving from point A to point B in the most safest, efficient, and cost-effective manner.
Right.
And of these four things of people, object, data, and capital, we have selected the object part of it. And we will be focusing on object traceability and object fulfillment.
Right. Finally, I just want to touch upon your personal life a little bit, if you're okay with that. You come off as a very spiritual person. And you have interests outside of business, also in terms of non-profit activities. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So we have a foundation by the name of Ashim Ashok Foundation, which is where we do a lot of CSR activities. And in this foundation, we do something for thalassemia, for little children in the healthcare vertical. We are doing a lot of work for promoting women's sports persons,
Okay.
you know, so including cricket and some other sports. We are also doing a lot of work in villages for the game of wrestling.
Okay, interesting.
It's a very, very traditional sport.
Okay.
Our vision is big. We are
Okay.
putting we have created one akhada in our village, which is in 6 acres. We call it as a Jagannath Balram akhada.
No, very nice to know about
Yeah.
this as well, and
Yeah.
I hope we have at least one Olympian from your akhada.
Definitely.
Thanks so much, Ashim. This was a wonderful interaction. I know we know each other personally. I know a lot of these things, but thank you for coming and openly sharing this for our founder community. I'm sure they will enjoy listening to you and also learning from everything that you've built for yourself and for this great company.
Thank you, Amay, for giving me this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.